Good morning, Catherine. This will be our first correspondence across an ocean. That's right, I've landed safely in America, where I will be starting my first stint as a tutor next week for the girls of about 6 families. America is quite the place, I must say. You know, their president just gave a speech detailing the State of the Union. Mr. Washington is such a kind man, they say, and he seems a good, strong leader. If this lot decide to carry on with their great democratic experiment, I'd say they got off to a good start. But enough gossip. The real reason I'm sending you this video letter is because I wanted your opinion on something I've read recently. I was a bit nervous about teaching, so I decided, in the best tradition of our friendship, to do some research. I picked up an essay by Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and you'll never guess what I found. This essay was called On the Duties of Women, and it was full of one outrage after another. He said, "Woman is specially made for man's delight, and nature herself has decreed that woman, both for herself and her children, should be at the mercy of man's judgment." I was, of course, put off by this offensive statement, but there was one image he presented that really struck me. "Here is a little girl busy all day with her doll," he says. "She is always changing its clothes, dressing and undressing it, trying new combinations of trimmings, well or ill-matched. We have here a very early and clearly marked bent. You have only to follow and train it. Little girls always dislike learning to read and write, but they are always ready to learn how to sew." Now, I certainly don't doubt that women and men are made with different tendencies, and I can't deny that I've met several girls who have much greater interest in dolls than reading. But the opposite is just as true. I can't justify denying those girls who, like us, love to read just because society expects them to be good little mothers with empty heads when they grow up. You know well, Catherine, that the ability to read does not make you any less of a mother. I tell you, this Rousseau essay has made me batty. He truly believes that the only purpose of women is to be the playthings of men. How can I educate my girls like this? But that's not the worst of it. Listen to this. "Women," he says, "are always exclaiming that we educate them for nothing but vanity and coquetry, that we keep them amused with trifles that we may be their masters. We are responsible, they say, for the faults we attribute to them." How silly! What have men to do with the education of girls? What is to hinder their mothers from educating them as they please? And he continues, "Who is it that compels a girl to waste her time on foolish trifles? Who prevents you in teaching them or having them taught whatever seems good in your eyes?" And the thing is, I think he's right. If I'm to be an educator, the responsibility falls into my hands to make sure I'm doing it right. I don't want my students to be coquettish, Catherine. I want them to think for themselves. According to Rousseau, I should be teaching my students to aim for his vision of womanhood. Maybe they could learn some of the arts of the home, but that can't be all, can it? I hope to hear from you soon. Much love from America. Hortensia.